And just last week, he tells me that Emily's gone gluten-free. Do I look like somebody who knows how to cook with almond flour?
You could have just bought dessert.
And risked somebody saying,
when your dad was around, we always had a home-cooked meal for the holidays.
But we do have a home-cooked meal.
we do.
And it might even taste good.
Might it?
Hey, you all right?
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Here. Jeez. Hun.
350. So you have the stress of the holidays, you're wanting to impress your family. We get that right off the bat. And we sense right away, and it's very artful in the way they do this, just him at the liquor store, even just the whole, I didn't get a chance to go to the liquor store. Are you sure it's okay for you to go? I immediately get the sense that this is someone who has decided not to drink. This is someone with an addictive drinking history. Maybe this is a previous alcoholic. And you see in these moments where he's sort of have to deal with alcohol, that there's a heaviness to it. So even in the moment where going into the liquor store, it's not a fast process for him. Now he has time to think about things. We're left thinking, is he going to overcome his demons or not? So, the ending just says so much. When she finds the liquor bottle that he got from the store, we see that he gave into his devices, and in a way, we'd almost forgot about it, because for me watching this, my whole thought process was like, will the dinner go well? Will the dinner go well? And that's where I'm thinking. So when I see him kind of look at the bottle, I just think, oh, what's that? But, I almost, in the sense of the will the dinner go well, how's it going to go, forget about it for a bit. When someone kind of offers him the drink and, and she's just like, no, he doesn't drink, then I'm brought back to it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a thing. But then I'm still right back to, will the dinner go well? The dinner goes well, right? And so we're at the end and we're thinking that we've gotten over the hill, but really that the exciting incident hasn't even occurred yet. That the exciting incident is when she finds the bottle. And so the ending is so powerful because it's just silence. It's just the actors really did a great job of portraying their feelings in just no words and just facial expressions. And I can see what she's thinking. She's extremely disappointed in him. And for her, she's thinking, it didn't go well, because this ruins the whole holiday for me, because now I got to be worried about you. And for him, you felt, I'm so sorry I messed up, and I love the credits. It's very unique the way the credits are. And I wonder who got to eat all those cookies.
This is for the short film 50 milliliters. Wow, this was interesting. It didn't go anywhere near where I thought I was going. I honestly wasn't sure where it was going in the beginning. What are we leading up to? It just threw me off a little bit that it went where it went, which I thought was actually really great. The lead actor is a very strong actor, by the way, very believable, very natural, great job. I mean, everybody did a great job acting. He just really stood out. I thought he was really great. Nice music as well, and editing. I liked the kitchen scene at the end so much between the two of them, and especially when the camera was really focusing on him from the side and it was panning in slowly, or moving in slowly. I thought that was a really cool scene, and just the writing and the acting in that scene was really great. And I love the end credits. I thought that was a super creative way to do end credits. I really like this. I thought everything about it was really good. I liked the family and the characters of the family, and that all this is going on. And it, it was interesting because it wasn't so focused on this guy's alcoholism. It just had a part of, it was like a part of this overall bigger picture. And I thought that was really well done. I just never quite seen a short about alcoholism done that way. It wasn't like the main focus, but it was. It was just neat the way it was done. I thought it was very creative and not right in your face, but super believable and realistic, quite honestly. And he wasn't like falling down drunk, and he only had one, but it was still a major issue. It just, without being over the top, I thought it was really well done. So good job to everybody, and good luck to you guys. Great job.
This film is called 50 Milliliters. This was a touching short about both family dynamics and addiction. I really loved the chemistry between the two leads, in addition to the strong supporting cast. And the writing was so well done, as it revealed the small biting quips and put-downs by the various family members. The lead woman's mother was so rude to her daughter, and the relatives so condescending about their surroundings. I thought the Christmas decor and wardrobe were perfect, as was the festive soundtrack. Also, it was a very sensitive portrayal of the lead male's struggle with alcoholism. Clever credits on the Christmas items at the end. Nice touch. Excellent short.
I thought 50 Milliliters was fantastic. From the actors to the directing to the editing, the claustrophobic feel of the set and around the dinner table too really emphasized our male protagonist's discomfort and his struggle to not only get through dinner with the in-laws and all his brothers and sisters-in-law who can be quite overbearing at times, but also his internal struggle to stay sober and to make it one more day. And I think the reveal that, at the end, he ultimately doesn't. And we see him standing alone in the kitchen while Christmas music plays in the background was so beautiful. And the stillness of it was really what set it apart. The stillness juxtaposing the frantic dinner table and everyone talking over each other and making plans, and just seeing him so isolated really emphasized his alienation and his struggle. And it was really beautiful. I think just the way you were able to shoot a whole dinner table scene, I can imagine the continuity was a nightmare. You couldn't tell. It was really, really beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
The 50 Milliliters film hit close to home. I loved it. The handheld direction at times is a great creative choice. I felt like it really pulls you in, feeling closer to the characters' emotions and their arguments and disagreements, and just different ideologies. When with the whole theme of suffering from addiction. To that point, I think the thematic elements of Christmas and that time of year, the holidays with family, and addiction kind of all work hand in hand in the protagonist's kind of like birth and survival with sobriety. It felt very relatable. Like, I feel like, again, it had a close to home feel and tone. Like, even visual examples of that are from the holiday family cooking scenes, with the boyfriend and girlfriend, or husband and wife, in the beginning, and all the way to the creative choices of how the holiday littered cookie platter in the credits. That was really fun as well. So I felt like, without being like too sad or anything in the short film, it still had kind of like that holiday spirit in a way. I don't know, it had its own tone. It was really, I really enjoyed it.
50 Milliliters was a really interesting look at like family dynamics and everything. I think it was really done very well. The music and everything was good. The editing, the performances from the leads. I think it was overall very, very well done.
What an interesting way to do the credits, with all the names written on cookies that had to take a long time to do, and especially to make them legible where you could read them. This story is so reminiscent of so many family Christmases. So stressful, especially with people doing diets that they don't need to be on, by claiming gluten-free when they're not really celiac or any of that, and expecting people to adhere to what they want when really it's in your home, so you should do what you want unless there is a special diet. For people to arrive early would be frustrating. It showed really well that the anxiety over a holiday, and along with characters that the husband's a little bit of an alcoholic. It shows so much in depth in such a short time, with each of the characters really well developed and rounded. They have a lot of things. I would make sure the music isn't copyrighted with the people who are singing it, and that the songs aren't, because some of them I don't know how old are for the score, but otherwise it shows what a family holiday really can feel like and look like when you don't really get along with your family, and yet you're expected to host them all.
I think the short film does a really great job of creating a sense of emotion and high stakes. I loved the details of having the Christmas carols and the Christmas decorations, and even just the gluten-free cookies. Little details like that throughout both the dialogue and just visually in the setting, I think did a really great job of showing the stress that the characters were in. And it really juxtaposed with the holiday season and even their expectations. And I think that all together worked to make the ending so much more poignant. Definitely got the feels, so it was really well done. And I love the cookies and ornaments for the credits.
All right, I just finished watching 50 milliliters, which I thought was a really interesting piece because it was both funny and had an interesting dark emotional angle built around addiction. I thought it was a really engaging piece because the lead actors in particular were very interesting to watch. They were both funny as well as being pensive and anxiety ridden over the concept of having all these people over for Christmas, which I thought was a very, I believe it was Christmas, it might have been Thanksgiving. Have everybody over during this type of event. I thought all the family members were really sort of subtly, rude and crass, and really had a nice, subtle comedic dynamic with how she tried to navigate it. And I thought the ending was surprising and interesting because you didn't really think that was what the piece was going to go to. But I thought it was a good symbolic tie together with the opening having the woman being the one who was more nervous, and it seemed to be the one that was a little bit out of control. It was her husband who was calming her, and towards the end, he was the one that was in trouble, and he was the one that was being left alone in the kitchen. And I felt like there were a lot of thematic ideas wrapped up in their dynamic and how they dealt with pressure and stress from what was going on around them. In general, I thought it was a very well done piece. It was well acted and pretty funny consistently, so I ended up enjoying it.